Previously on The Great Ace Attorney.
Naruhodō, what in heaven's name is happening?
The entire courtroom is howling for blood.
Shut the hell up, everybody. I'm the mother flippin' judge of this goddamn doodly courtroom. Just say fuck you, dickhead.
And now back to grunting at people.
Hello!
This is NicoB, back with some more The Great Ace Attorney. When we last left off, holy mother of God Almighty, that case was awesome.
Yes, that's what I want to see, baby. Oh, man. That was so good. The longer I sat on it, too, the more I came to appreciate it. I was just like, man, that was such a good freaking case.
Because you know what, like, that case in particular, in addition to having a lot of new gameplay mechanics that, some of you guys did point out that this wasn't the first game it showed up in. Some of it actually has shown up in the Professor Layton crossover game, but it was new to me. And I liked it, you know, the jury system I thought was really interesting. But in addition to that, it was just the way they set the story, the way they sort of shift the tides where it looks more like, oh, your guy's guilty. I mean, they did that with On Guard, right? Like, you know, we didn't know initially that On Guard was actually guilty either. But oh my God, they just break the mold so much here with, God, especially at the end where, like, let's be honest, we were all thinking to ourselves, right? When we were about to get a not guilty verdict, I'm like, okay, I see what's gonna go. He's about to go, like, all right, I'm gonna wave my gavel, here we go. And then someone's gonna come in and be like, hold it. And, you know, it's gonna turn the case around and we're gonna find out who's really guilty, if it's Magundal, or find out whatever the truth is. Nope, it ends right there. And we have so many questions, none of them answered there. And I was just like, oh, I love that. Loved it. I love that it didn't end all clean. And no, it was messy, and I just loved it for that. It felt like such a departure from the regular formula. And I don't know, man. I felt so good about it. Nobody coming out of nowhere saying hold it. Because seriously, I would love to see how many times that has been done in this series. You know what the worst case of that was too? Was Ace Attorney Investigations 1 in the final case. That's what made that case go on forever. It's because like seriously, probably 15 times in that final case, someone comes out and goes, hold it! Like, you think it might be over? Hold it! Motherfucker, get it! Stop it! Stop it! But the characters were all interesting. I really like Van Zieks. I think he's super cool. I liked the moral dilemma that the Naruhodō got into. Just all super interesting. And now I'm like just super excited. I'm curious here at the end. So we saw somebody get burned alive, right? Inside the coach. I think it might end up being Magundal, because he said he had been called to go investigate the crime scene again, right? So I think he might have been put in there. And like, I was kind of hoping it doesn't end up being that Magundal is just like he did it and he was trying to cover it up. I think it definitely would be more interesting if it wasn't him at all. And I have a feeling that's what we're gonna find out here. We're like, oh, he died. I don't think he was the one trying to cover shit up. Although it made me wonder then, why would he get killed then if that were the case? But I'm getting ahead of myself. He might not be dead. But anyway, last episode, Agarov said, that was the happiest I've ever seen Nico. Who knew that so much joy could come from a corrupt court system and a person burning alive? Yep, that's right, baby. I have a sick sense of enjoyment. Nico's messed up, man. That was probably, like, I don't know, just that case in particular really felt like, I think out of so many of the cases and games I played recently just felt really different, you know? Even some of the really good cases from, like, Spirit of Justice, you know? Like, there were some good moments in Dual Destinies, but they still felt like they kind of went by a script and they still kind of stuck with certain things. But this one just felt different and I just really enjoyed it. But yeah, Agarov, thank you for your hilarious comment. And it's for that reason you are comment of the day. Okay, real quick, though, before I get into the meat of this, I do want to sort of just address a couple of things because I'd seen this getting brought up and I just want to clarify some stuff. So, I did see some of you guys who weren't crazy about the what do you mean counter. Some of you who just weren't enjoying it or finding it funny. I was informed about it, and I thought, from what I was hearing about it, it sounded like the majority of people were against it. So I was a little confused just because, like, I was like, well, a lot of people in the comments seem like they're okay. I'm not seeing like a whole lot of backlash. So I posted a poll about it. I saw, no, the majority of people are okay with it, but the people who are upset about it, while in the minority, they do have a good, decent reason to feel upset about it. And the reason is because it really does sort of come across like I'm trying to bash Scarlet Study, because it did follow after I had given my critique about with them, right? In regards to some repeated phrasing and stuff. And I do want to make clear that that's not really what I'm trying to do here. The purpose of the counter system here for this one really is just for laughs and gasps, but not trying to poke fun at actual Scarlet Study's work. It's making more making fun of the original script of the game itself, because that's mainly what this is based off of. I am also aware, I think some of you guys didn't think I was, I thought I'd clarify, but maybe I didn't, that the Scarlet Study did remove a lot of the repeated phrases in the game. And I knew about that. So it's actually better than it would have been if they really had just gone one-to-one hard translation, you know? So, and I am aware of that. So I just don't want you guys to think that, like, every time I'm doing this, I'm, like, just laughing at Scarlet Study or something. No, I really think Scarlet Study did an amazing job. Literally, my only criticism against them was some of the repeated phrasing. But everything else is great. And, like, it flows well. It's, like, there aren't any grammatical and spelling errors. I don't think I've come across any yet. I mean, I'm a little jarred by the English spelling for everything. I mean, the European spelling. Me being an ignorant ass American, right? I'm used to being there being 2 L's and canceled and 1 S and biased. God, dialects and spelling are so fucking weird sometimes. But I just wanted to sort of clarify that, you know? I want you guys to know that that isn't my intention, and if I came across the way, I am sorry about that. I did see some of you guys who were sort of just bothered by it because it felt like I was maybe harping on it too much, like I would, like compared to like Sora, Donald, and Goofy, right? Where I didn't really say anything very much, or sometimes I'd just be like, oh, I'd laugh about it, but I'd move on. And this one I'm like, oh, what do you mean? And the main difference, I think, between that one and this time would be like, well, I'm reading all the lines this time. Like, I think if it were the case of Kingdom Hearts or something, and I did read every line myself, I probably would have done the same thing. So it really isn't me trying to just, like, go even further in or something. It's just, I just thought it was funny, but I'll tone that down a bit if that's something that's bothering you guys. Similarly, also, the moments where I clarify stuff, like there are moments where I'll have like a little bit of text that's like, why did I decide to pick the what do you mean moment here? And that's mainly because, despite me not really taking it all that seriously, some people really do take these seriously. I've had a lot of people who have, I've gotten upset when I like counted something that they didn't think counted, or didn't count something that they did think counted. So that was more just to address those people, and I wasn't really trying to be like in your face about it. But I do realize that can be a bit immersion breaking when I throw that out there. So I'll just kind of like, I'm just going to count stuff and I'm not going to try to explain it anymore. So I'm not going to get like willy-nilly like crazy, but I think it should be at least fairly self-explanatory by this point. But at the same time, I'm not also going to be like, what do you mean every 2 seconds? So, but I still want to keep the counter. I think for most part, I think some of you guys are either, well, indifferent or I think it's at least relatively humorous. I know a lot of this really does stem from a lot of you guys who know Scarlet Study. There are some people even in the Picky Penguin community who actually worked on that project, you know? And I don't want to upset any of those people. It isn't my intention to make them feel like their work wasn't great, because their work is great. And I know this is a free translation, not done by a team that was paid by the hour for all the stuff they did. No, they did this without pay and just for the love of the game. And I'm absolutely seeing now why they love this game so much, you know? Like, the first case I was kind of about, but then second and third case, I'm like, oh man, this shit's getting great. So I just want to clarify that. I hope that's okay with you guys, and hopefully that's, well, I don't know, make some of you who are upset about it feel better, and those of you who did sort of enjoy the counter, or at least found some laughs out of it, will still find some enjoyment out of it. Anyway, that's it. That's all I want to bring up with that. But alright, so we're going to bring up to Episode 4, The Clouded Kokoro. So I thought maybe in the little display thing we'd see like the coach or something on fire. I mean, I feel like it's gotta be this case, right? We're not deviating to something totally different. At least I wouldn't think so. Some shit get set on fire. You better do something about it, right? Nah, I don't need me anymore. Okay, let's hear a nice little copyrighted Sherlock Holmes story, more than likely. Oh, sorry, Sherlock Holmes didn't even show up in this last case.
時折僕は思うのだよ、ワトソン。ホームズは物憂げに首を振り言った。我々が目にする事件は本当にそれが全てなのだろうか。その裏側に誰も知るもののない物語が隠れているかもしれない。ハーブティーから立ち上る湯気を追うその夢見るような眼差しの先にはきっとあの雪の日の夕刻の情景が浮かんでいたのだと思う。ブライアロードの歩道に倒れ伏した若い女性とその背に刺さった狂人。ガス灯の明かりが柔らかく切り取った奇怪な事件現場の情景。不可解な姿なき犯人の事件は薄い霧の中静かに幕を開けたのだった。
Okay, assuming this is exactly what happened, It seems like it is like something that isn't the carriage being lit on fire. I don't know. I'm curious to see how if they tie it together, if they do. Alright, so we're back here. Dude, I fulfilled your thing. Give me my fucking chrono badge. February 19th, 9:47 a.m., High Court of Justice, Chief Justice's office!
Naruhodō, did you manage to sleep last night?
No, not at all.
My, though, that hotel was rather luxurious. The room could have been mistaken for a palace. It was nothing short of dazzling. The gas lamps were as countless as glittering stars, making the night shine brighter than day.
Man, you sure have a way with your flowery words, Suzua. Or Susato. Wait, this is a start again. Where am I? Wow, imagine just how much that bed was worth.
Wait, how do we get the money to do that? How do we get that much money from a gun? You only give me like a quarter!
I tossed her all night just to make sure that I made full use of its size.
So did I. That was the night of my dreams. Except, when I learned that lodging cost £3, I realized my nightmare had only just begun.
Sorry. The building was so overwhelmingly beautiful, I had worn in before I could regain control.
Back in Japan, we could only have used that same amount for over a year of safe shelter. When I parted with our dear money, my tears just wouldn't stop flowing.
Oh my god! Senna, now!
Really, I'm so sorry. I'm just a bit of a cheap bastard.
Anyway, we have to find cheap lodging as soon as we possibly can. If we can't do that in 10 days, we're sure to run out of a student allowance.
Len is a formidable foe.
Oh, wait. I don't actually... Thank you for coming in so early. That's gotta be, yeah, okay. I'm gonna make sure I have, like, a chrono badge like this happen off screen or something. Hey, man.
Oh, likewise, sir.
Good morning, Lord Chief Justice Vortex. We have arrived today to report on yesterday's trial.
Susu can talk to him without flinching. Her composure was really something else.
Oh god, he's looking at me!
I trust that you've enjoyed your first taste of Great Britain's trials.
Yes, sir. In fact, I tasted so much law that I'm downright full of it.
Thus, he has done exactly as you ordered, Lord Chief Justice. Ryuunosuke Naruhodō has carried out his duty to completion.
Oh, yes. I have already heard about the events of yesterday's trial. Your defense was remarkable. You pass.
Huh?
Exchange student from the Empire of Japan. You will now be recognized as an attorney. Even for our country, meeting such promising youth from the Far East is a tremendous delight.
Thank you very much, sir. I'm now an attorney.
Give me the badge.
And I have prepared a new assignment to test your skills as a fresh young attorney. You should get started on it immediately. Understood.
A new assignment? Already?
As an attorney, the best way to develop your skills is through experience. I dare not ask, but do you object to your assignment?
I don't know how to say this, but I'm still not satisfied with yesterday's verdict.
You are not satisfied with it. As I recall, you won a not guilty verdict. What more could you possibly want?
The truth.
We heard about what happened? I probably haven't, I guess. Or maybe that happened later. Maybe it hasn't happened yet. Maybe, I don't know.
As of yet, the court cannot pass a guilty verdict. Therefore, there is no need to leave the verdict to the jurors.
Today has been quite rough, Prosecutor Van Zeeks? For you, and for my esteemed barrister as well. You know, I kind of hope McGonagall isn't dead, because I really enjoyed voicing him. Had a lot of fun with him. Yes, that's a jolly good time. We're having a good day.
Cosney McGundle. Was he truly innocent?
Naruhodō!
I still can't say for sure. But despite that, the trial's already over.
You won't have to worry about that anymore, I can assure you.
Oh, here we go.
Huh?
Whatever do you mean?
Cosney McGundle is dead. He died just after the end of the trial.
Oh my god, he did! Wow, burned the fuck alive.
What?
What? Mr. McGundle is dead? God, those birds are always on point.
I must depart in 19 minutes and 41 seconds. Until then, I'm able to talk, if but for a while.
Wow. So that was him.
What do you mean he's dead? How did McGundle die?
At the end of yesterday's trial, chaos erupted in the courtroom. I assume you recall that the omnibus that was brought into court.
Yeah, it was brought in to be examined as the scene of the crime.
That's right. At some point, when the bailiffs weren't looking, it suddenly went up in flames.
What? Oh, curse that British Kameda, always just getting into his crumpets and not paying attention when somebody's burning fucking alive on the sand!
How could they let this happen?
We are currently investigating that matter. Furthermore, we discovered McGundle's corpse amongst the coach's burnt remains.
What?
It sounds like he was set up, right? Like, he got called to check out the crime scene again? So maybe like someone on the police force did this?
He must have entered the coach while the bailiffs weren't looking.
These bailiffs sound like awful slackers. Sounds like you and I have more in common than I thought, British Commander. Damn right, Japan-ifornia, Commander.
God damn it, will you two shut the fucking hell up?
How could they let this happen?
We're currently investigating that as well.
He does not seem fazed by it.
That reminds me of something. At the end of the trial, Mr. McGundle said something that bothered me.
Well, I guess I'm not gonna be doing much voicing of you, man. Much more. Well, you heard the man. I must excuse myself now. I'll be stuck inspecting the crime scene for a while yet, I'm told.
What for?
Yeah. It seems that the omnibus will have to undergo another investigation, given the circumstances. They said they want me to be present for it, if at all possible. It's like, why would they need him there? It seems, I guess, just to ask him questions about it?
Inspect the crime scene. Scotland Yard had no such arrangements made, to my knowledge.
Then who did this?
I wouldn't worry. The Yard is putting all of their investigative mettle to the test here. You can leave the rest to them. There's no need for either of you to pay it any mind.
Unless this guy has something to do with it. Like maybe, I don't know, doing vigilante justice here?
Mr. McGundle.
Wow. Wow. Woo-yah!
By the way, how was your first trial in our crown court?
It was, well, amazing.
We were overwhelmed by its noble aura and the dignity born of its venerable, profound history. Our own country's Supreme Court is no match, as it only has been around for decades at best.
Sister really has a way with words when it's time to be eloquent.
My friend Naruhodō is so impressed that he's been rendered speechless. As you can see,
Yeah, I'm speechless. What?
Our courts are the pinnacle of law. You would do well to learn from them while you still can.
The pinnacle of law. This birds just like loop back around or something, and I'm not noticing. Where do they keep coming from? It's always from the same side. The pinnacle, he says.
I have to say, though, it was some stroke of fortune that you could take such a simple case for your first trial here.
simple, my lord?
As I said yesterday, there's no way you could lose.
Excuse my rudeness, but my lord, but that was by no means simple.
Pretty sure we had a very good chance of losing. In fact, I'm pretty sure our chance, the fact that we won is insane.
When we first heard the details of the case, we felt like we were at such a disadvantage. Even now, I still can't believe we managed to seize a not guilty verdict. What's the matter?
I'm sorry. Excuse me for that. But in the end, the verdict was indeed not guilty. And it was because of your skill as an attorney. You'd say that's all there is to it, right?
No, my lord. That's not exactly what I was trying to say.
Regardless,
He does, I mean, aside from his appearance looking a lot like Damon Gant, is his, how he sort of presents himself also is a lot like him, right? Where you get this feeling of, like, his superiority over you, right? His power, that you feel like you don't want to get on his bad side.
you have exceeded my expectations. I assure you, that is nothing but the truth. And that is why I have already arranged a new case for you.
What? What exactly was Chief Justice Vortex trying to imply just now?
Okay, so this is gonna be not attached to that then, supposedly. I'm almost wondering, so this guy's giving me stuff to do. I mean, could he possibly be having a hand in, like, orchestrating stuff? Like, because he's deciding what cases I'm doing? I don't know.
What exactly does this new case entail?
Don't tell me it's another murder trial, and that's gonna start in 10 minutes or something.
Nope, it starts at 5.
Damn it!
Please, there's no need to worry. Did you see the save file? This is an investigation section. The circumstances surrounding this trial are completely different, after all.
I see. Is he reading my mind? Oh, God!
At the very least, nobody has died. Yet. Oh. The trial is not today, either. You have ample time to carry out your investigation. To be precise, you have 23 hours, 43 minutes, and 19 seconds.
Okay. Trial's tomorrow, then.
You say no one's died yet? That's what he said, right? At the very least, yeah, nobody's died yet. I guess it was like a case of, like, larceny or something? Not a murder trial? Yet? Because what, they did see someone with a knife in their back in that beginning part.
What's like the matter, Naruhodō?
Oh, I was just feeling a little conflicted. I was wondering if I made the right decision as his attorney during yesterday's trial.
Naruhodō.
Not sure if I'm ready to stand in court again with the way I feel right now.
Oh, that reminds me. There's actually one similarity between yesterday and tomorrow. Once again, not a single man is willing to step up to the challenge.
What?
At this rate, tomorrow's trial will be forced to begin without a defense attorney present. And of course, I'm sure you know.
There's nothing at the end of the path except for the worst possible conclusion?
Well, that sounds about right.
Not again. Not again.
I'm afraid my time is up. I must excuse myself. I strongly suggest that you two begin preparing for tomorrow immediately. After all, there are mere 23 hours, 26 minutes, and 39 seconds left until the trial.
Call that ample time not long ago.
Oh, one more thing. Master Naruhodō. There is one thing I would like to inquire of you.
Sir, what is it?
As I recall, yesterday you said thus. You wish to carry on the exchange student Kazuma Sogi's will. I want you to clearly explain what you meant by that. You have 34 seconds.
He'd always talked about how he wanted to study the world's leading justice system and change the laws of the Empire of Japan. Going to keep his dream alive. There's another reason.
Oh?
What might this other reason be?
In the Steedman ship's cabin, he said something cryptic to me.
Are we gonna finally learn what it is now?
There is something I absolutely have to do in Britain, no matter what. What did he absolutely have to do? Again, I want you to tell me in clear terms.
I didn't ask him. I was sure that he would tell me when he arrived in Great Britain, so...
Time is up. I'm grateful that you told me such an entertaining story, though.
What? Exactly were you talking about just now, Naruhodō? Kazuma? You never told me anything like that.
It's because we're besties.
The two of you are to focus on the case at hand.
Oh! Remember that guy from the cutscene earlier?
I've already spoken to the inspector leading the investigation.
What? No Holmes?
I presume he will give you the details, if you ask.
When did he get here?
Now, I pray for your good fortune. Fare thee well.
Why didn't Kazuma tell me? He said I was his bestie! What secret was Kazuma keeping from me? What was he planning to do?
I don't know. He really didn't tell me. Anyway, maybe we should go speak with the inspector now.
Yes, we ought to do just that.
It's like a hint of spitefulness in his eyes. He glares at us.
Probably 'cause I got my Gundle off. Hey! Has he got the, what do they call those? The little fur things? Wrapped up? It was actually in Steins Gate? Is that another connection to Steins Gate? See, like, this is how it always goes, guys. One way or another, I'm gonna find some connections between these two games. The two games that I'm let's playing at the same time. Oh, no, he's got some chips. Ha! Wow. With a big, thick chips, boy. Yeah, that's a classic with it's French fries. They call them chips, right? And they actually wrap it like a newspaper or something.
Excuse me, can I have a moment of your time, sir?
Do I look like I have any time to spare?
Whoa! Nice weather we're having, huh?
Does the weather look nice to you?
Whoa!
Listen to me, chap. Listen real good. Don't go around thinking that any old British gentleman is excited to talk about the weather.
That's what Susanoo told me.
I'm very busy right now. More busy than you could ever imagine. Eating my fish and chips.
Wow, there's a lot in there, man. Oh, there's actually there's fish in there. That's what the big one is. It's a fish stick.
While I'm here yelling at you, the investigation is still underway at the crime scene.
I'm very sorry.
Oh, yeah. I'm willing to bet they're saying all kinds of things behind my back right now. Hey, where's that guy been? Who knows? He acts like such a big shot, he must be slacking. All thinks it's a bloody foreign bumpkin who came to London just to frolic and have fun! Can you hear the sound of my policeman's prestige falling? Because I certainly can!
Tell us won't be easy.
It's just a bunch of... Man, they really know how to pack those freaking things in the newspaper, don't they?
Greetings, sir. I believe we haven't met. My friend here is Ryuunosuke Naruhodō, a defense attorney.
Still bringing the chill here.
And I'm his legal assistant. We're both deeply pleased to make your acquaintance today.
No!
Oh, you hit him with the kindness. Kill him with kindness, Susanoo.
I must say, the weather truly is beautiful today.
Oh, yeah, you can't resist that freaking beautiful, pristine Japanese woman.
Absolutely. It's not often that you get to see such a clear sky during a London winter.
Amazing, well done, Susanoo.
Law Vortex has asked me to give you lot details on the case. My name is Tobias Gregson, Scotland Yard.
Inspector Gregson?
Huh? Steam got quite a reaction out of her. I wonder if she knows him from somewhere.
Inspector Gregson, are you gonna be my gumshoe? I thought that Holmes would be my gumshoe.
Inspector? Might you be the same Inspector Gregson as the Inspector Gregson?
Susanoo, do you know this man? Even though he's from London?
Of course I do. Who wouldn't?
I guess I wouldn't.
He's a recurring character in the Adventures of Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, are you talking about the Strand magazine again? Yeah, you sure like your gossip, don't you?
Inspector Gregson's none other than Sherlock Holmes' rival.
Oh.
Wow, his rival? It's actually pretty impressive.
Well, yes, I suppose. I have to say that Holmes does pretty well himself, for an amateur.
Mr. Holmes has spoken very high praise of Inspector Gregson as well. Gregson is the smartest of the Scotland Yarders. He's the pick of a bad lot, he says.
That doesn't sound like much of a compliment to me.
Well, Mr. Holmes isn't the type of person to sing praises of others in the first place.
That's right. Because of that blasted magazine, I become famous all the world over.
That's a good thing, right?
I'll admit it wasn't so bad at first. Everyone wanted to shake my hand, and my reputation at the yard was at an all-time high.
Sounds great.
However, you must never underestimate how a terrifying man can be. Since then, I've always had a feeling that people were staring at me, talking behind my back.
Talking behind your back?
Had a feeling?
He's changed ever since he appeared in those novels.
Look at him acting like a big shot.
Have people really been saying such awful things?
Like I said, they do it behind my back, so I can't really make out what they're saying. However, that's the feeling I get. There's doubtlessly no doubt about it. Don't give me that look. You look just like her.
It's like this inspector is going to be difficult to work with.
Yes, it seems that sudden fame comes with its own share of troubles.
All right.
I'm already liking this guy too.
So what's the case that Lord Chief Justice wanted to talk to us about?
Well, if I were to put it simply, it's probably the easiest case that a detective could possibly work with.
Then are you saying that this is probably the most difficult case a defense attorney could work with?
I should hope not, but it definitely looks that way.
Elaine Walker along Briar Road was stabbed in the back with a knife. Fortunately, her life isn't in danger now, but she still remains unconscious in the hospital.
I was about to say, I was like, wait, she didn't get stabbed? She's not dead, okay.
Why, that's terrible. Who stabbed a frail woman in the back like that?
I'm sure you just perform a susto toss them if you found them.
Stop poured right now! Hey-ya! Ah!
You didn't have to yell.
Anyway, we're able to arrest the culprits without wasting too much time on this case. We didn't even have the time to enjoy after-crime tea before we took him in.
You must have found some trace of the culprit at the crime scene, right?
Or maybe there was an especially trustworthy witness testimony?
Ha! Give it up. It's not worth racking your brains over it.
Huh?
No matter how you might try, there's no saving the culprit from his fate this time.
What do you mean?
It's simple. The prosecutor in charge of Tomas' trial is none other than Lord Barak van Zieks.
What? I get
Dude, if it was anyone else, I would have been pissed the fuck off.
It seems like you law already know him.
Yes, we are quite familiar with him. He's the one referred to as the Grim Reaper. And we beat him, by the way!
Grim Reaper of the Old Bailey.
The Grim Reaper.
So we're up against Barak van Zieks again. Same prosecutors yesterday.
Prosecutor Leg. That's what they call him in the Scotland Yard.
If I recall correctly, Mr. McGundle said.
For those he prosecutes, they say, the Reaper has come to collect his due.
Damn right they do.
In the court of the Deathbringer, not a single defendant has lived.
I'm some mother flippin' hot shit, baby.
Grim Reaper of the Old Bailey. In other words, he's managed to force a guilty verdict on every defendant he's prosecuted, right?
Except for today.
Inspector, if that's what you were trying to tell us. What if we were to tell you that Naruhodō won a not guilty verdict against the Reaper?
Is that so? Well, what of it?
I mean, even if the enemy is the Reaper himself, there's still a chance the defendant may survive.
You two really don't know a thing.
What exactly do you mean then?
Well, he ended up dying anyway, didn't he?
Huh?
Oh.
I'm talking about Carlson McGundle. He was burned up along with the carriage, no? No matter how you look at it, it's hard to call that surviving.
What?
If a man can prove every criminal guilty, he'd be considered a god. But Barak van Zieks is no god. He's the Grim Reaper. In any case, you do well to keep that in mind.
What's going on here?
Oh, interesting. Wow. I like that a lot. I like that a lot better than the other ones where we had a lot of prosecutors come in and be like, oh, I had this unstoppable winning streak. Then it's like, because after the first win against them, you feel like, okay, I beat their streak, but for some reason they're still cocky as shit and everyone treats them like an unstoppable god, even though, didn't I beat him? I just beat him. This feels like the first time anyone's actually said that, like, someone actually came out and said, hey, guess what? I beat that guy, by the way. But that's not his thing. That's not what makes him special, no. Is that the people that he prosecutes die. Even if they don't get a guilty verdict. Even if they get found innocent,
he still might lose sometimes, but for some reason, these guys still die. Like, that's what he means by his curse. Wow, that's so fucking cool, man.
Don't give me that look. You won't buy me fish and chips, don't you? You can't have it. Now then, since I finished eating what I have to eat, and I've said what I have to say, I'll return to the crime scene. We're in the middle of an investigation, after all.
The site of the incident is at Briar Road. Would I be correct in saying that?
That's right. If you head towards the gal, you should be able to interview the culprit.
You're already calling him the culprit?
He's shaking like a leaf in the isolation cell. It's a hilarious sight, I tell you. His number is 53. If you ask the guy for 53, you should be able to interview him.
Understood. Thank you very much.
Yeah, whatever.
No defendant can ever be safe from the Grim Reaper. Is that really true?
Man, that's why I stopped being a prosecutor. Here's like this. This is getting annoying.
I just keep killing people.
Naruhodō, what should we do about this case? To be honest, I haven't been able to stop shivering since the trial yesterday. To think that we would have to stand in the Crown Court again, facing the Reaper. Don't fear the Reaper! So it takes courage to admit when a task is too much for you. You don't have to do this.
Fuck that! If the man they arrested is innocent, then it's only natural that he'd be shaking like a leaf in that cell. Can't imagine the kind of monster that would just stand and laugh at such a sight.
Then,
To be honest, I still feel the intense shock from yesterday's trial. I don't know how much I can do, but I think we should have a go at investigating. Will you assist me?
damn right, girlfriend!
Yeah! Wait, girlfriend?
Yes, of course. You know that I'd be glad to. After all, I am your legal assistant.
You are the best Maya there ever was. Seriously, you're like way better than Maya or any of my other goofy sidekicks. Even Trucy. I love Trucy to death, by the way. And I love Maya to death. But I think she's honestly better than all of them. She's so cute. She's actually useful, too. She does stuff to help us. Maya and, like, Trucy kind of do stuff with it. It's a little offhanded, you know?
Then, shall we?
All right,
Let's do it!
All right, let's go. To Briar Road. To go. Oh, man, a little bike over there is messed up. Did someone run over the missus that was already stabbed in the back by accident with that bike? Oh, sorry, man. I didn't see you lying bleeding on the ground. February 19th, Briar Road. Oh, hey, it's a little happy snowman.
Is this the Briar Road, scene of the crime?
take a look over there, Naruhodō. It's a snowman! I recognize those uniforms anywhere. There's no mistaking that helmet-like cap. It's Scotland Yard. Yard's policemen are all conducting their investigation.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's kind of what they're supposed to do. Well, yeah.
That's what you read my freaking mind, Naruhodō. Almost verbatim exactly what I said.
Well, yeah, that's what policemen do.
Of course, they're the Scotland Yard, you know. I've admired them since I saw an illustration of them in The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. Yes, I do love those steel helmets. I want one.
Huh? You only care about their helmets?
Oh, if only I could don that helmet. Don't you want to just try it on?
I hope you get to experience that cold metal. One day. Seems like the Inspector Gregson isn't around. Anyway, we should secretly investigate the crime scene.
Secretly?
Well, if we make anyone angry, they might hit us with their steel helmets.
Headbutt.
Once that happens, our heads will crack open like eggs.
Policemen in a country full of gentlemen wouldn't do such a thing.
Yeah, pull a gentleman. Go ahead and just burn that one guy alive. It's not a carriage, but yeah, otherwise they're all pretty good. We gotta check out the snowman.
Look, an adorable snowman.
Wow, they make those in Great Britain too? He's a little crooked though.
But look here, he's got a scarf wrapped around him.
It's blisteringly cold out. I wouldn't mind a scarf. Mine.
Maybe some other time. Our wallets are already pretty breezy as it is.
I should just borrow that snowman scarf.
If you did that, I'm sure whoever built that snowman will be heartbroken.
Yeah, I know. Besides, if I did borrow it, it'd just make my neck even colder than it already is.
Just covered in snow.
Hello there. How you doing? Top of the morning to you.
This is a police buggy from Scotland Yard. They are used these to arrest the crime scenes and lock up criminals.
You sure know a lot about this stuff, Susato.
It's been a lifelong dream of mine to ride through London on one of these.
Why don't you try breaking a window with one of those rocks over there?
If I did that, I'd end up on the criminal side of the buggy. But, be that as it may, if there's no other way, I'll have to make do. I'll go search for a suitable rock!
What the heck, Susato? What are you doing?
I will do what I must! Naruhodō!
No, Susato, stop! No! Wait, no, I was just joking! Wow. Yeah, Susato fully committing to it. Yeah, do it. Alright. Hey, man. We're just looking around.
Officer Scotland Yard. Guess he's on guard duty here. Like if I got too close, he'd arrest me in an instant.
Hey, what are you doing over there? I don't understand what you're saying. What are you doing over there? I'm gonna go over here, I'll tell you right in the face, and we'll go about. Sorry, I don't understand what how guys arrested me, what did I do? I don't understand.
You worry too much, Naruhodō. We haven't done anything wrong, so we should be fine to do as we please.
I don't know about that. I mean, it's already happened to me twice.
Yes.
I'm aware of it, how ridiculous this is. I've been handcuffed 2 times now, having done absolutely nothing wrong.
Oh, what a shame. Might be because your eyes start about so much.
God, they just do that on their own, okay?
Oh, some nice little jaunty tunes we got here. That bike looks messed up, man.
Wow, it's an English bicycle. But the wheel on this one's just so horribly, unbelievably bent.
Maybe someone was just training really hard. It's like they were riding for their life.
Seems like bicycles are really popular in London right now. Also, there's been some sort of movement to alter women's clothing so they can ride too.
I can't see it lasting very long. After a while, no one will be riding them anymore.
You don't say. Naruhodō, do you have a problem with bicycles?
No way! Of course not. It's not like I hate them, because I can't ride them. I fall over and land on my butt and it hurts. Just that taking both feet off the ground really feels really reckless. Anyone would understand that after falling from stilts into a river.
Because I might ride a bike, I'll just let you sit behind me.
Okay, I'm gonna hold on to you real tight though, because I'm scared.
Hello?
An old residence made from bricks. I can really sense the history built up in those walls.
There's so much history in it. In fact, that whole building is tilted. That old house looks especially dilapidated, even for this part of town.
Should probably be looking for some cheap lodgings of our own.
Yeah, you're right. Preferably somewhere cheap, not tilted if at all possible.
Oh, it's actually different, this part.
Hey, hold on. Look at the windows on this building.
Hey, they're bricked up.
What's the matter with it?
It's completely sealed off with bricks.
Oh my! I wonder what that's all about. Maybe the house is completely vacant?
There's smoke billowing up from the chimney.
British culture remains an enigma.
Is this one way to stay warm? Okay, am I going, like, down the road or something?
There's no pallet on the footpath, but you can see wheel tracks on the road.
Seems coaches often cross through Briar Road. Snow will likely all be gone soon.
Considering I slipped and fell on the footpath just a little while ago, I feel like I'd be safer if I just walked on the street instead.
With your black clothes and your small physique, I'd be worried that the horses would trample you without even noticing.
Yeah, that's just like real life. Thanks for your concern.
Can I go to a different area? Oh yeah, I do. I go to the gallows. Prison contains prime suspects. All right, let's go talk to our pal, our new pal. Who are we dealing with here? February 19th. Gal. Cell 9.
So this is the gal.
How might I say it? Certainly is an impeccable prison, isn't it?
Well, speaking as a man who was locked up in one of Japan's jails, actually I just realized I didn't get a coronet badge.
I guess the coronet badge is technically on the armband itself. One that is a lawyer from the Empire. Okay, I guess this still counts. I kind of thought they would give me, like, a badge for, like, the England there. But then again, I got coronet badges in Japan, California, so maybe this is just that version of it.
I think even our simple Japanese jails were far more comfortable than this.
How heartbreaking.
I've been told the client is in the cell, but it's too dark to see further inside. What sort of person could he be?
Alright, number 53, the attorney is here to interview you. Stop hiding in the corner and come out. I have a name. If you call me by a number is outrageous, I refuse to grace you with a reply.
Excuse me, Naruhodō? Do you understand what's going on here?
I guess as good as mine. Those bitter words. We're definitely in Japanese, though.
Oh. It's a Japanese person, maybe. Ooh, he doesn't look too good, does he? Okay, is this guy not not British or normally or something?
Who are...
Shh! Be quiet. It must be hiding somewhere. None can hide from my eyes. Surely, right now, right this instant too, is looking at me, listening to me. I can feel it. I can feel it.
Well, let's try this again. Who are...
There you are. Downmost spirit that cursed my very life.
Spirit? He's even twitchier than I am.
Do pardon me, but might you be... Japanese?
Yeah. Okay, so he's Japanese. That means I won't give him a British accent then.
Good heavens. This is...
Heavens above, bless me! I do sincerely I'm trying to decide on one for him. I do sincerely apologize for that lack of composure earlier. The way he's talking though, it's just kind of like, it's kind of forcing me to the British for some reason. Like, it's very Britishy sounding in his dialogue there.
Don't worry about it. Just surprise me a little, though.
However, a year has passed since I left. Do you think such a situation would transpire in a far-off land? Still coming off kind of British though, isn't it? The words of my fellow brethren penetrate my heart upon our meeting at the depths of hell. Oh, blood of emotions! Whoa, 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 whoa!
This is the next client Lord Chief Justice Vortex spoke of. I can't believe that it's a Japanese person, and how much crack has he done?
Ah, my gratitude to the motherland. After all, home is where the heart is. For the sake of one mere exchange student, she dispatched one first-rate attorney. All right, I think that works a little better. Yeah. Praise the motherland! Praise the sun!
First-rate attorney? Looks like there's a huge misunderstanding here.
In any case, would you be willing to tell us your story, good sir? For example, we'd like to know about your arrest as a suspect.
And also your name? Aye, of course, with pleasure. Jumping up for joy! What is he doing?
I don't quite understand what he's saying, but it seems quite happy.
Yes, he does. So his trust isn't misplaced. I'm pleased to make your acquaintance. I'm Ryuunosuke Naruhodō, an attorney.
As for me, I am Suzuto Mikotoba. I'm his legal assistant.
I am an exchange student sent to Great Britain from the Empire of Japan. So Seki Natsu Me is my name. Okay. Oh, look at the people here. Heart Vortex 52. What's this guy? 44. And this guy 33. God, he looks even older than this dude, honestly. Japanese exchange student sent to study the English language and literature. He is the suspect of this case. So Seki Natsume.
Seki Natsume, was it? That's an interesting name.
Well, you see, I am quite fond of writing haiku. You can think of it as a pen name, I suppose.
Pen name, huh? That's where you take on a different name for an unauthored work, right?
This kind of like, he kind of looks like somebody. I can't really pinpoint exactly who, though. Like, I don't know why. What does he look like? Some historical figure in my head, but I...
Yes, that's generally the case.
That is all there is to it. There's a kind of refined elegance to the title.
In any case, I have to say that hearing about haiku makes me feel like I'm back in Japan.
That reminds me. Earlier you said you were an exchange student, correct?
Yes, the Japanese government sent me here 1 year ago to study the English language. I had no choice but to comply, but look at the situation it's put me in. They've ruined me!
You had no choice? I mean, you didn't want to participate in the exchange?
That's not quite true. I've always wanted to visit the British Empire.
Uh-huh.
But however, it was a ridiculous demand to begin with, and even more so coming from the government.
What exactly do you mean?
Asking me to study English literature would at least be within the realms of my field. But to study the English language, I've not an idea where to start. Simply absurd!
Uh-huh.
So I'm not making a connection between who you are and why you're making the funny stances, but in other words, the other day I received a directive asking me to report my progress this past year. Because of the sheer nerve, I submitted a blank sheet of paper in response. That will show them!
You must be rather the important person to be able to do that.
Yes, you'll have to tell me that.
He said it so proudly.
I'm super serial, dude. Super important.
So what suspicions were you arrested under?
I had no hand in it. I would never be able to commit such an atrocious act as a murder.
Murder?
Oh, that's right. She did actually die. She was stabbed with a dagger right in front of me.
Right in front of you? Then does that mean you saw the culprit?
I did not.
Huh?
If I did, I would not be in such a predicament right now.
Which means the situation here isn't so simple.
Of all places, why did she go out of her way to get stabbed right in front of me? That's right. This must have all be due to the curse of these London spirits. Oh, you damned pest!
So despite him being present as it happened, he didn't see the culprit.
In any case, we should ask him for more details of the incident.
Tell me more! Tell me!
It had just stopped snowing. The streets of that cursed night were shrouded by fog. I was on my way back to my cursed flat after making my cursed purchase at the bookstore. My curse.
It's like he's cursed in all sorts of ways.
There was but one other individual walking in front of me along the cursed road. She was wearing a green overcoat. I was about to pass her by. It happened.
Oh, Lord. Oh, wow. It was a very large woman, wasn't it? Wow, yeah, we were... especially compared to the picture we saw earlier in the beginning, we looked like some young, dainty woman with a white dress, and now she's rather a rotund woman.
So suddenly now, a short cry and then collapsed onto the cold ground.
How terrible.
I begged her to speak, but she would not open her mouth to respond. The scent of death!
But she is dead. She's fine.
I'm fine.
Terrified, I seized the first opportunity to flee from the cursed sea. At full speed, mind you. Back to my cursed flat.
That might not have been your best decision.
This is a Japanese man. I should probably be ashamed for what I did.
By the way, did you happen to know the victim at all?
But not in the slightest. I'm not acquainted with any blonde Brits, little young women. It seems you fail to understand the sort I managed to get myself cooped up in my flat.
I see. So the victim was a young woman. By the way, besides the two of you, was anyone else walking along the footpath?
Unfortunately, I did not get sight of anyone other than that woman.
What? No one else was there.
The victim was a complete stranger, and there was nobody else present. If that's really the case, then this is quite curious.
Huh? What about it is curious?
Quite curious.
Sisto, what did you mean by quite curious?
It's just something about Suseki's story so far that doesn't add up. The victim was a complete stranger to him. There's no one else at the scene. Furthermore, he ran away from the scene so that nobody would see him.
Indeed.
that's the case, that means Suseki must be the culprit.
No!
What did you just say? Nothing! I didn't say anything. I said it in my blue text. I should learn to keep my mouth shut.
Wait, didn't I say that in blue text? Did I actually say that out loud? Yeah, I thought that of myself. I didn't say anything.
It's not quite what I was getting at. I was curious about how exactly Suseki managed to get arrested.
Huh?
Suseki made no contact with the victim, and there was no one else at the scene. How then did Skull and York track him down?
Oh, she's right.
It was him. Thanks to that man's curse. Great deduction. Oh, God. I ended up getting arrested. Oh, no. Holmes, what did you do? I must have suffered the shame.
Cursed. Great deduction. Uh-oh. No way.
I'll remember that man's name till the day I die. He called himself a great detective, then laughed at it a forgettably noxious laugh. Be gone, cursed soul! Dear Sherlock Holmes, I'll curse you till the day I die! Ah, it's time.
It really was him. Yes, indeed.
Mr. Holmes?
The Sherlock Holmes.
I never would have guessed we'd hear his name here.
After I escaped that nightmare scene, one cursed night passed. While I was gnawing on my hard French bread, some woman suddenly stormed into my room. Word for the yard! Drop the weapon this instant! No matter how hard it may have been, who would call French bread a weapon? Spartan lifestyle!
You've had quite a rough time of it.
There stood, in the middle of all those detectives, that blindingly wide grin. His name was none other than the Sherlock Holmes.
You know, I actually don't think "the" is part of his full name. I figured that out myself, though.
Afterwards, I learned that he's the greatest detective in London.
Suppose that's where the great detective comes from.
That's all too clever deductions. He managed to pinpoint where I lived. And then he had the nerve to accuse me of frail hunchback man as a red-reeling maniac. Is he hunchback?
What kind of amazing great deduction he came up with this time?
Doesn't look hunchback. But I can't really see him very well from this angle.
I must ask, though, were you arrested solely due to Mr. Holmes' great deduction? Even that would have been too heavy-handed for that lot.
Well, to be honest, when they stormed into my room after that morning, confusion took me.
Why, of course, that's only natural.
They interrogated me with the fast, difficult English words, and I stood troubled. Cowardly brats!
Well, it's the British Empire, after all. Of course they speak English.
I began to panic, but I knew how to respond to the verbal assault. So I simply responded, yes, I do, and I'm fine. Again, I am Suseki Natsumi, and I am fine! Before I realized that I've been handcuffed and thrown in here.
Well, I would have probably thrown you in jail, too.
What a guy.
Oops.
Way to go, Ding Dong Doodly.
Master Naruhodō!
Yeah, just Naruhodō's fine.
Excuse me. It seems I've been taken over by British culture. Am I to understand that you will accept my case and defend me? Is it true? It's too good to be true. Is it permissible for me to believe it is truth?
Well, unfortunately, you get in the Grim Reaper, though, which means whether you're innocent or guilty, you're probably gonna die. Probably gonna demon die. Well...
Why? Why is the cat caught your tongue?
Really, I'm just an exchange student. I'm the same as you, Suseki.
You are an exchange student?
I've stood as an attorney in the British courts once, but what am I supposed to believe in? What guides my struggles in these foreign courts? I haven't come to understand that yet.
Naruhodō.
Even worse, I'm not a proper law student in the first place. I'm a substitute at best.
This is not what I want to be hearing right now. That armband, that's the proof that you are a Japanese attorney, no?
It's a memento of the man I'm imitating. He was my best friend.
I really know how to build myself up, don't I?
Memento? I'm well aware. I'm well aware of what they all say about me.
What do you mean by they? Or who do you mean by they? Sorry.
None of those British attorneys care to defend me.
Why not?
You two were right. The footpath where the crime occurred was empty, save for the victim and myself. Worse even, I fled the scene. I can't help but think that I must be the culprit. I know it.
Suseki.
And above all, I am an exchange student. I am nothing but a suspicious foreigner to this great British Empire. A trial for him? What a waste of time. Undoubtedly, that horrid Jap did the deed. All of those attorneys stood before me and laughed at me as if it was a cruel joke. He won't understand half of what we say, anyhow. But I knew.
It's awful.
I studied English more fervently than any of those scruffy, stuffy big city policemen. I crossed the very seas to show my reverence and my desire to learn this enduring language. But nary a soul is willing to lend an ear to a poor, hunchbacked foreigner. At the very least, I would be overjoyed to entrust my fate to a fellow countryman, one who knows my plight. Yet, I dare not thrust it upon you, forcing you to bear an unbearable burden. But I look into your eyes, I can see the many burdens you've already placed on yourself.
Suseki.
With my big, rather garish eyes.
Take some time to think about this.
Huh?
First, I'll try to do whatever I can right now.
What does that entail?
We intend to investigate this incident in intense detail from this moment forth. We hope to find some sort of lead. And use it to help you in some way.
Very well. I will be waiting for you, substitute law student Naruhodō.
Let's proceed with our investigation, Naruhodō. The game is on!
The game is a foot. The game is a leg.
Fantasies come out. Fucking slams his leg down. Boom.
Hey, look what I can do. Check this thing out, man. Behold, Chrono Badge.
Oh, this is proof that the entire Empire of Japan has recognized you as a first-rate attorney. This must mean that you really will be able to use my defense.
Oh, no, that's not exactly why I'm showing you this.
Why else would you show someone something like this?
Oops, I probably shouldn't have got this soap like that.
Oh, now he's stuck in constipation mode.
Sorry, man. I'm gonna leave you now. Bye.
Bye. You're gonna die, son.
Oh, God, it's him. What are you doing over there, Japanese children?
Oh, it's Inspector Gregson!
You should be vaguely aware by now. You're not on a sightseeing trip here.
We know! We are, investigating the crime scene.
Oh, so it looks like you went to the gaol. That must mean you met the culprit.
He is not the culprit. He's only a suspect.
Yeah, I suppose you're just trying to help out a fellow chap, eh? Well, you're free to do as you like. It's not my problem. You won't be able to change the results of tomorrow's trial anyway.
It's like he's trying to freeze us all with his cold aloofness.
I'm sure you can blame London's freezing cold winter for that feeling.
I don't think that's right.
Wait a minute. I said that in my head too. How'd you hear that? Maybe some of that's just whispering. How did you hear that part, Susanoo? I was thinking the blue text is meaning like thinking to himself. Maybe he like whispered to himself. All right, Scotland Yard.
Scotland Yard. Ever since I laid eyes on its illustration in Mr. Holmes' novels, I've dreamed of visiting it.
Scotland Yard is the world's most capable police force.
It's been a lifelong dream of mine to wear one of their iron helmets.
Even I have to admit, when I see a guard wearing one of these helmets, I can't help but feel like the image practically screams, Destinies is under my protection.
Oh, absolutely. I couldn't agree more.
Well, Scotland Yard is actually much more labor-intensive than it looks.
Is that true?
Take our early mornings, for example. First, our constables have to run around the city, raking up all the workers.
What? You mean everyone in the city?
And all on people's windows with a long rod. I had to do it too, long time ago.
That's quite something.
Get up, go to work, you lazy assholes. All our work is for London citizens. It's only natural. After that, our constables start patrolling the beats. They take no breaks till the day is done. There's even a quota for how long they have to walk. 20 miles a day. We give them Fitbits to make sure they don't undercut it.
I had no idea how long that really is, but I imagine it's quite the distance.
Let's see. It would be about the distance from Tokyo to Yokohama if you were to walk on foot.
I feel like that kind of trek would make me feel like more of a wreck.
Wah.
Did it? Shh. Once it gets dark, another important job is to light all the gas lamps.
My.
Between all of that, you have to investigate the odd case once in a while, right?
Not to mention, they occasionally have to chase down lawbreakers.
I'm not sure I like how you're making those duties sound like side jobs. Anyway, that's how it is. So our men have even collapsed during the shifts. Now, see that one guy over there? He's fucking dead. He ain't coming back.
I've always looked up to those iron helmets, but now... Perhaps Naruhodō deserves more than the honor of wearing one, in my opinion.
What? I doubt I'd be able to handle something with so much weight riding on it. What, do you think I'm just meant for manual labor, Suzuto?
Kinda.
Do I look like I can lift that heavy shit?
The crime was committed 2 days ago, at 5 p.m. It was on that open road over there. It was there that the victim, a young woman, was stabbed in the back with a knife.
The lady's still unconscious and being treated at this time. Is that correct?
I wouldn't exactly call her a lady. But yes, till she wakes up, we won't be able to identify her with any certainty.
Which means that we won't be able to request the victim's testimony.
Here's a map of the scene. Take it if you want.
Wow, you give this to us?
It's our policy to give the culprit's attorney the minimum information necessary.
I still haven't agreed to be Saseki's attorney, but okay.
Seems so kind of offer. We should take it.
Have a scene. All right, location where the victim was found has been marked.
Well, either way. But at the time, there was nobody at the scene other than the victim and the Japanese man. There's no debating who the culprit is.
At least Saseki himself said that he didn't see anyone else around as well.
But Saseki said he didn't see anyone. That doesn't mean the culprit couldn't be anyone else.
Unfortunately, that's exactly what it means.
What?
After all, they've already found a decisive witness who clearly saw the moment of the crime.
Seriously? Are you sure he's not the killer?
And there's 2 of them to boot.
What?
Smoke's famous fog was thinner than usual. That Jap picked a bad day for murder.
So there are 2 witnesses? Son of a nugget!
Witnesses.
All right, let's have a look at this map here. Briar Road. Calabash Road. Right there. Mearscum Road.
So who exactly are these witnesses?
You can say that one of them is the most trustworthy witness in London. After all, he's constable at Scotland Yard.
What?
Yeah, a constable? This changes things a lot. Ah, crap.
Constable just happened to witness the incident taking place?
It's not that unusual. That's why the constables are here, after all.
Do you think that maybe you could tell us more about this constable?
Of course, you're free to ask anything you want. At tomorrow's trial, that is.
Yeah?
Constable is absolutely going to be summoned by the court as a witness. Think of it as an exciting prospect for tomorrow.
It seems like he's willing to let us meet the witness.
Constable is the witness? As your legal assistant, I'm qualified to say that this will be very disadvantageous to us.
You don't say, Suzuto. I don't think you have to be a legal assistant to figure that out. Oh, that reminds me.
What?
The one who found and arrested the suspect was Sherlock Holmes, right?
It was Holmes.
What? What's going on? Saw his face darken.
Oh boy. Tomorrow's trial. That man's going on trial tomorrow, right? You'll be defending him, I assume.
Well,
Whatever the case is, there's one thing I can say for sure. Here in London, no attorney worth his salt will take that man's case.
because the prosecutor's the Grim Reaper, right?
Your client is beyond saving now. You'd only be wasting your time by defending him. But there's one thing that strikes me as peculiar.
What's that?
That old Deathbringer hasn't stood in court for a good few years.
Is that so?
And he only prosecutes infamous criminals. Oh, those who commit the most heinous crimes.
Infamous criminals?
Heinous crimes?
His past marks were old men who will be sentenced with the death penalty.
But that's not the case this time.
You're right. The young woman was stabbed, but her life remains intact. I can't imagine why he would show up in a small fry case like this. Small as this fry I'm holding here.
I don't really agree with the phrase small fry.
Maybe he has some specific reason to do so. Maybe because I'm doing it.
He wants to know what I do next. I don't know.
Do you happen to have any idea what that reason may be?
No man can comprehend the inner workings of the Grim Reaper's mind. You'll just have to ask for yourself when you get to the court tomorrow.
So I have to face the Grim Reaper again.
Aw, shit, here we go again.
Back to the dark expression. Hey, tell me you heard that name from.
Huh? Oh, it was Saseki who told us. He said Mr. Holmes stormed into his room with a bunch of yard officers.
Must have been another one of his great deductions at work.
Don't be ridiculous!
Eh!
That lousy amateur. He's always poking his nose at everything. First he catches wind of an incident from some bumbling idiot. He runs off to the crime scene. And seconds later, he's circling the area, spewing incomprehensible nonsense hanging from fucking clotheslines. And before you know it, he suddenly solved the entire case.
That's impressive, to say the least.
But isn't he an important asset to Scotland Yard?
Nonsense!
Eh!
Do you know what this is?
Yes, it's the Strand magazine.
Samaxi has serialized the image to Sherlock Holmes.
And that ridiculous excuse for a novel, all the detectives of the Yard are just constantly being insulted by the great detective. In fact, I'd say they might as well call that dribble the base slanders of Sherlock Holmes.
Well, I do admit that it does occasionally come off as such.
We're working as hard as we can. Because of him, we're a laughing stock. He's a terrifying threat, not just to criminals, but to the Yard as well.
Are you sure you should be comparing Scotland Yard to criminals?
Seems like the great detective and the police have a pretty complicated relationship.
Maybe squish my fish and chips.
Alright then. Looks like that's all the information we can get from the inspector.
Naruhodō, may I have a moment?
What is it, Susato? Your attitude changed all of a sudden.
It's just my opinion, but I think perhaps, at this point, you ought to see what our old friend has to say.
My old friend, do you mean Sherlock Holmes?
Yes, indeed. I'm unquestionably referring to Sherlock Holmes.
A twinkle in her eyes is clearly excitement. As I recall, didn't Saseki mention Mr. Holmes as well?
Yes, he did. He did indeed.
Well, duh!
With that in mind, one could say he's related to this case as well. It's absolutely not my own self-indulgence.
but...
Not because I got the hots for him or anything. It's at the Baker Street.
Oh shit, here we go.
How do you know that?
Oh, I thought I was about to get Caesar tossed.
See, it's written in this book. 221B Baker Street. It's the address of the world's most famous detective.
I see. Then, shall we head over? Better get going before Susato's excitement rises to a fever pitch!
Now, let's call for a coach.
Oh god. Looks like we're meeting again. Sooner than expected. Sherlock Holmes.
Hi there, I'm still here, by the way.
Hey, you wanna see something real cool? Check this thing out. Inspector Gregson, could you take a look at this?
No, I've never seen that emblem before.
This is proof that I'm a defense attorney from the Empire of Japan.
So, in other words, just a useless toy that you're the Great British Empire.
No, it's a Japanese man. It's my pride and soul.
English gentlemen tend to shove their pride and soul in other people's faces.
Naruhodō, don't lose spirit.
I just accept defeat and move on. Nobody's excited about this thing but me. What the heck? I feel like my lineage is gonna continue where I left off. To continue my tradition.
Shove that shit in people's faces whether they like it or not.
But anyway, guys, I think this is a good place to end things here for now. I'm super invested in this. Like, this is already looking real good. I'm liking this new detective guy. I don't know, everybody's seems really interesting, and we're gonna go see Holmes again. Hot diggity doo-dah. See what the crap he's up to. But anyway, guys, I hope you all enjoyed this episode. If you did, please do a like and a favorite, and subscribe if you're not already, become Biggie Penguin. For this will be where the days are always sunny and the vids are always funny. And as always, guys, till next time, stay classy.